before we upgraded our equipment, it was fuzzy, it was many times inaudible, and I think just the level of engagement with the combination of lighting and video, I think it helps you to connect. And the better that can be, the more excellent it can be. I believe it just sets you up for a win. It sets you up for someone who doesn't know Jesus or has never heard the gospel. It adds to the clarity in which you present it, and I don't think you can do it clear enough. And I think that technology helps tremendously. And what actually drew me to Morris was the staff. The staff was very friendly, very helpful, no matter how expensive the bill was or how cheap the bill was. They always seemed to help us out a lot. So I knew that I had a relationship with a lot of the guys, the sales team, so I liked them. So I was like, anytime we're looking to do something, because I established a relationship with them.
In the beginning, because we'd never done a major project like this before, there were a lot of questions that we didn't even know to ask. And so what Morris brought to the table, in my opinion, was the experience that we didn't have. And so when we weren't asking those questions, they asked those on our behalf. People say that, they treat me like family. I know that sounds kind of cliche, but that really is the case here. I can't think of a time that we have called them and they have not given us the help that we needed, or they haven't treated us like we were the most important person to them at that moment.
I think the production quality that we provide is really important to the worship experience. Anything less than excellence, to me, is a distraction from worship and the focus of what we're trying to do. I think my favorite part about working with the team was the way that they were able to engage with my audio director, Mark Leonard. He was happy and they worked well together, so I was happy.
So one thing that Morris brought to the table that a lot of install companies don't necessarily is the fact that I didn't really care what brand I wanted. If this is what you want, this is what we'll get for you. And there wasn't that push that, well, you really need this. And that is fine for some churches, and it's real easy to get into, I hate to use the word, but a cookie cutter mold where the system really works well for this kind of church. As far as the design went, they did the system from the ground up. I wanted a touring rig in my worship center. Is really what I wanted, a quality touring rig in there. There was a lot of pressure on the guys. They did excellent work. The first Sunday morning, I went home and nobody texted me and nothing was on Facebook. And I kind of went, well, maybe it wasn't very good. I took a nap and I woke up and I had a couple of texts. The first one was a text from an older Hirschenau congregation. Basically said, I'm hard of hearing. For all these years, I've never really been able to understand our preacher on Sunday morning. He said, for the first time, I could understand what he said. And I opened up the second one, and it was basically the same thing. It was from an older person in our church saying that for the first time they could really understand. And I lost it. For a sound guy, you think, oh, I want somebody to say how awesome the drums sounded, or, this or that. But you couldn't get a higher compliment than that.